On a crisp autumn morning, the disappearance of the Winthrop sisters sent shockwaves through the nation. What began as a quiet, everyday routine spiraled into a mystery that continues to haunt true crime circles decades later. The headlines screamed, the news channels buzzed, and suddenly, two young women who had lived outside the spotlight were thrust into the center of a chilling enigma. Even today, the mere mention of the Winthrop name evokes unease. This is not just a story of two sisters vanishing. It is a story of how an ordinary family's life unraveled in ways no one could have imagined. The Winthrop sisters grew up in what appeared to be a loving, tightly knit family in a modest town. Friends described them as bright, caring, inseparable. They had struggles, of course, financial worries, small family disagreements, but nothing that suggested a sudden disappearance. Last seen leaving a familiar cafe. Their vanishing puzzled both locals and authorities. Some whispered of abduction. Others murmured about a desperate escape. But as days turned into weeks, hope turned into dread. The first crack in the story came with a letter, allegedly written by one of the sisters. Its words dripped with fear and secrecy. Phrases like "they know" and "we can't keep running" rattled investigators. Experts debated its authenticity, while psychologists dissected every phrase. Was it a final cry for help? Or a deliberate attempt to mislead? Even today, the letter remains one of the most haunting artifacts of case. Next came the money trail. Bank records revealed a string of puzzling transactions. Withdrawals in towns the sisters never visited, payments to accounts with no clear connection. Nothing matched their modest lifestyle. Were they funding an escape? Were they coerced? Or were they entangled in something darker? Family members swore the sisters were incapable of deceit, but the records told another story, one that suggested careful planning or hidden desperation. Then a witness stepped forward. They claimed to have seen the sisters arguing with a man outside a gas station days after they were presumed missing. The description was vague, the timeline questionable. Some dismissed the account as attention-seeking. Others clung to it as a breakthrough. Was this the missing puzzle piece investigators needed? Or just another red herring in a maze of dead ends? Years passed. Hope faded, but technology advanced. Forensic scientists re-examined old evidence and discovered something chilling. Trace fibers, partial fingerprints, signs of a possible struggle. Yet, without a match, they were little more than whispers from the past. It was enough to suggest foul play, but not enough to close the case. In the digital age, every footprint matters. The sisters' social media revealed a dual life. On the surface, ordinary posts, smiling selfies, shared jokes. Beneath the surface, tense messages, cut-off friendships, and subtle signs of pressure, even threats. Were they hiding something? Or hiding from someone? The answer seemed just out of reach, buried in their final digital steps. As clues stacked up, so did theories. Some said abduction. Others swore it was a voluntary vanishing act. A few went further, whispering about cults, organized crime, even witness protection programs. Each theory was tantalizing. Each one carried weight, but none ever proved conclusive. For the family, the toll was immeasurable, swinging between hope and despair. For the community, the case became a wound that never healed. Decades later, the Winthrop sisters' disappearance remains unsolved. Investigators chase shadows. Families cling to fading hope. And true crime communities continue to debate, speculate, and search. Who were they running from? What secret did they carry? And will the truth ever come to light? Until that day arrives, their story stands as a reminder. Mysteries don't always fade with time. Sometimes they grow darker. The disappearance of the Winthrop sisters is more than an unsolved case. It is a reminder how fragile safety truly is. Their story shook not just their hometown, but countless people across the country. And even now, decades later, it still resonates. But here's the truth. Cases like theirs are not rare. Every year, families wake up to the nightmare of missing loved ones. Some are solved. Many are not. And behind every headline is a mother, a father, a sibling, or a friend, left searching, waiting, hoping. That is why their story matters to you. It asks us to be vigilant, to notice the small things that don't add up, to check in on loved ones when something feels off, to keep our community safe by paying attention to the quiet details that can make all the difference. It also reminds us not to let these stories fade into silence. Every conversation you have about cases like this keeps pressure on authorities, keeps awareness alive, and honors those still missing. So tonight, as you finish watching this video, remember the Winthrop sisters. Think about the secrets left unsolved, the lessons learned, and the questions that still haunt. Because the next mystery could unfold closer to home than you think. And in moments like that, vigilance, awareness, and community may be the only tools we have. Their story is unfinished. And until the truth comes to light, it is up to us, all of us, to carry it forward. The disappearance of the Winthrop sisters still leaves more questions than answers. Was it abduction, escape, or something far darker? Share your thoughts below. Your theory might just connect the missing pieces. If you found this case chilling, hit like, tap subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss more deep dives into haunting mysteries. Let's keep the conversation alive.